Chapter 11. Return to the Unnameable. Gravity tugged. Silent descended. Will had pushed. Now earth pulled. Each step a calculation. Risk against momentum. Speed against certainty. Valley sprawled below, sunlight bleeding from its edges. He carried the wholeness of it inside him, lighter than any burden strapped to his back. Boots scraped loose stone. Tiny avalanches marked his passage. Descent demanded different muscles than ascent, not the striving push upward, but the controlled surrender downward. Restraint replaced ambition. Holding back substituted for pressing forward. Stones slipped. Pebbles cascaded, miniature meteors announcing vulnerability. His hand shot out, seized outcropping. Shoulder jarred against immovable mass. Pain flared. Not enemy, but teacher. Through its sharp clarity, the sprawl below spoke volumes. His brother's absence no longer registered as emptiness, but as shape, negative space, defining presence rather than lack. Trail narrowed. Each footfall demanded deliberation. Rush dissolved into patience, haste into attention. Deep time asserted itself beneath fleeting urgency. This sprawl existed before him, would continue after. He entered its story mid-sentence, would exit mid-paragraph. Darkness approached. Finding suitable ledge, he unslung pack. Valley lights blurred into constellation below. Human stars fixed in their orbits. Societal patterns revealed themselves. Fault lines, corrections, compensations. Not chaos, but balance. Not disaster, but adjustment. Night fell complete. Stars emerged, indifferent witnesses to human striving. He unrolled sleeping gear on unforgiving stone, the mountain's final lesson for the day. Comfort wasn't the point. Presence was. He loved small talks on meaning, conversations that circled life's core questions without pretending resolution. Those talks echoed now in silence. Scars on his hands caught starlight, silvered with significance, badges of past descents, markers of journeys completed. Mountain held him firmly, stone knowing flesh, flesh knowing stone. Connection transcended sight, operated in darkness beyond visual confirmation. We are islands in the sea, separate above, connected below. William James had written, the climb revealed these hidden connections, valley, peak, and sky, no longer split, but unified. The sprawl hummed soft beneath him, claiming him entire. He'd return changed, unable to unsee wholeness once glimpsed. Christ understood return's paradoxical nature. No one who puts a hand to the plow and looks back is fit for service in the kingdom of God. Return wasn't retreat, but transformation. The path itself altering the traveler. One never arrives the same person who departed. Morning would bring continuation. Descent completed, valley reached, yet journey unfinished. Transformation incomplete. Scars would continue collecting. Each one a story, each one a lesson. Pain would keep teaching if he remained student enough to learn. Sprawl waited below, patient as geology. Its patterns would resolve themselves at proper distance. Perspective gained through proximity lost through immersion. He'd carry mountain vision into valley dwelling, seeing connections where others noticed only separation. Sleep approached like forgiveness, unearned yet freely offered. His last waking thought, brother's absence shaped like presence. His first sleeping dream, stone speaking wisdom through bone and blood. Between consciousness and unconsciousness, between mountain and valley, between isolation and connection, truth resided in the between spaces. Gravity continued its patient work, pulling all things toward center. Boots would resume their scraping come dawn. Descent would continue, physical journey mirroring internal one. Return meant carrying mountain insights into valley existence. Harder work than any climb. Stars wheeled overhead, indifferent to human striving, yet somehow affirming it. Their cold light touched his scarred hands, lingered on weathered face. Mountain cradled him, stone to flesh, one knowing another in darkness beyond sight. Valley lights blurred into patterns below. Societal threads lingered, fault lines, corrections, not disaster, balance. Night asserted dominance, claiming landscape. He surrendered to it, not defeated, but accepting. Sleep approached like tide, inevitable, necessary. Morning would deliver him back, not unchanged, but transformed. Valley would receive him, not as stranger, but as translator. He'd speak mountain language to valley dwellers, bridge separate worlds. Connection existed beneath separation, hidden currents beneath visible distance. Scars caught starlight, silver with meaning, each one a story, each story a lesson, each lesson a transformation. Pain had been teacher, absence had been presence, descent had been revelation. The sprawl hummed soft, a truth claiming him whole.